I feel like, other than that first screen, we cleared the other 4 in about 8 minutes or 9 minutes, no more than 10. So, you know what? Let's continue on. I want to be the bread. Yes, I have played this one. Of course, I do appreciate I've got another secret, another key to find. But the other one on this screen is, on this stage is, if I remember it correctly, is pretty much Child's Play. So yeah, we're not going to be massively held up by the getting the extra key. Anyway, we've got this thing in the middle here, it's kind of spawning these projectiles, and we need to work our way round the screen. Obviously, of course, trying to avoid them as best we can. It's not too bad. Of course, I had to time that very well so I didn't land on one there. But yeah, it's not too bad. It looks quite claustrophobic, but at the end of the day, it's yeah, timing seems to work out reasonably well. Probably not quite so much here now, although frankly I was probably always going to die. Yeah, I wasn't going to clear the screen in one go anyway. But yeah, this bit here now, if I can sort of bait that out and then go again, yeah, and then reset, the timing kind of works out quite nicely there. And of course, the whole point is we need to go round to the bottom hand side because we need the double jump. It's a bit difficult obviously now to show off, or indeed impossible, but the area needs to go at the right hand side to go down. I couldn't do that immediately from the right hand side when I initially dropped down because I needed the double jump in order to get over a spike that was sort of sticking upwards. So I had to go down to the bottom left hand side and loop around again in order to get that double jump that I needed. This screen is for the most part pretty straightforward, I think. We just need to be careful with our timings, our movements here on the spikes that are coming up from the floor. Good. First half of it, the first third of it went pretty well. But yeah, this is kind of fun. I do like kind of these kind of timing ones. It's again one of those very intuitively obvious ones as to where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. So yeah, the spikes are not extremely intricate. So yeah, it's not too bad at all. The second one, of course, just don't do that. Jump up in the gaps above the spikes on the ceiling. Yeah, I knew I was going to mess that up. That's a kind of a little bit of an arsey jump. I'd almost rather that the spikes again there were sort of directly above each other, so it was sort of into a gate jump. I think I would anyway, but yeah, again, it's not, yeah, the screen as a whole, as I say, it's not too bad. Fun enough, I probably do find that last one probably one of the trickiest bits of the stage anyway. Right, moving on, and I'll reset that so we can see what it is. I want to possibly be the Great Buddha, I'm not actually sure, and again, that should be a perfect indicator that no, I have not played this game. And that's a good start, because the beginning bit to this is kind of tricky. Okay, that went incredibly well, assuming there's no disaster here at the very end. Wow, okay, amazing. And, as you can see there, secret detected. So, yeah, we're going to be going key hunting on this screen, or we're not going to be going hunting, because I know exactly where the thing is, so, yay. Might take us a bit of time to get there, though, if I can't get past this double spike jump, which, why? Thank you. Oh, come on. I just cleared what is by far the most more difficult screen of from the Great Buddha set than yeah, wow. The first screen I think is much harder than this one, gee whiz. Although at least this one probably might take longer. Of course, there is the key question mark. Yeah, of course it's hidden there, and there's the fake block. But what I am going to do is go back up and try and hit the save, because the bit on the it's sort of a toss-up, frankly. I'd almost just rather. I mean, you could go straight for it. It's not like it's that annoying or that to go back and collect this every time. But I feel like I'd just rather collect the key, go back and save, and then just sort of make my way through the screen without having to worry about the key. Good, fine. So yeah, we've got it now. It's saved, and yeah, we won't have to. Obviously, you saw there as I proved. Now proved. As I mentioned in stage 1, although I didn't really show, I couldn't show it off. Or I did want to show it off, that if you collect the key and then die, it's back again. You clearly saw I got the key, I tried to get back to the save there, failed, but then the key respawned. So yes, you do have to actually get to a save point. And yeah, frankly, it's probably a bit of a toss-up actually, whether or not to try and go back to the top left and hit the save, or just make your way through the stage. Of course, what I'm probably going to do now is probably get through the screen. Yeah, first go, no problem whatsoever. And I frankly should have done that rather than mucking about with the save. But oh well. As I said, toss up. The bit on the left right hand side is not a gimme by any stretch of the imagination. So, and you definitely can go straight for that after getting the key, but where possible, I'd always like to just try and get to the nearest save, you know, and make sure the key's set without you know, potentially dying and having to collect it all over again. Oh, good. I want to conceptualise the whatever that is, omnitruncated tesseract. And yeah, don't be fooled, unfortunately, by my lack of knowledge of that game's name. Yes, I have played this again. This was one of the I think it was anyway, one of the entries to Yo Sniper's first fan game contest. I'm not sure it did especially well, but yeah, we've obviously seen this. Why don't I just save there, or why don't I just not die? Actually, that would have been better. I'm pausing here, by the way, for these double jump refreshers to respawn, because you saw that spike fly in on that platform down there. If I go too early and these double jump replenishers have not respawned in, then I'm going to have nowhere safe to land. So, yeah, that's why I want to wait a little bit there. Anyway, yeah, like I said, as I was saying, we have seen a little bit of this stage already, or sorry, this screen already. Because I showed off. Oh my goodness me, that was close. And I'm sure not what you're supposed to do. I'm sure you're meant to make use of that double jump refresher, but I somehow did it without needing it. Oh goodness me. Yeah. Anyway, I showed off this bit of the screen in difficult mode. Or basically, there's the point where I'm basically stuck on difficult mode, and yeah, let's say it feels a bit silly to get stuck here, but. I swear to God, that save is just an absolute giant pain in the neck. I've spent hours on it, and frankly, it hurts my fingers too much to even try doing anymore. So I didn't for a minute think I was probably going to clear difficult mode in its entirety. So yeah, you know what? Fine. To save myself from any frustration, let's just end it there. Frankly, there. But anyway, this screen on normal mode really not so bad. Obviously, it's very double jump refresher heavy. And a lot of backtracking in places. So we've got these red switches we need to hit, which get rid of certain spikes to open up various various paths. So yeah, and usually you say there's a bit of backtracking involved. Not so much on that one. That one's just, you know, you continue right on from where you are. But the very first save we had to get to had a fair amount of backtracking, and yeah, we're going to see that later on as well. Cool. I think we might actually, maybe not. Oh, what was that? That was just awful, and not what you're supposed to do at all. I need to jump there. So yeah, hit that, jump onto that platform. It's a little bit tricky because you do want to obviously not hit those spikes, and you do need to go very quickly because guess where they're going to finish up. And of course, I'm not pausing to stop here. I will now. Now you can see. Now I can catch my breath. You can see where those spikes end up. If you're not quick and race and beat those spikes up to that area, yeah, you have got no chance. Cool. And here we are at that save. And wow, that was terrible. But yeah, the potions here are a lot more within range. Did I do something very stupid? Did I just do something like that when I was actually demonstrating this one originally? But anyway, yeah, the point is you need to go round once, hit that switch, and then there's a spike that's cleared below me and you can get through. But as I say, yeah, no problem. Regular, yeah, as I'm doing now. Difficult mode, screw it. Screw it completely and utterly. Hope the end of. I'm not sure whether that's I want to hope the end of or what, but yeah, regardless of what it is, no, I've not played it. And the gimmick to this one, I think that's correct, isn't it? Yeah. And this hopefully shouldn't take too long because again, I know the route I need to take. Yeah, you hit these red and blue switches, and they alternate the gates in which we can travel through. So yeah, we've been alternating for a while now, and you might think you want to hit that red switch, but no, you don't. If you hit that one, you'll end up stuck. So you want to avoid that one, hit that one instead. Up here, hit that blue one, and then we can proceed as long as we don't mess up the gate jump at the end. Nice. Yeah, fairly easy screen, obviously, in particular, once you know which switches you need to hit and which ones you don't. But still, I think it's fairly easy anyway. Oh, in fact, I did that stupidly. I'm gonna take the dive from that platform so I don't accidentally stupidly run into that spike. So unfortunately, we need to go all the way around here, hit this switch. That then blocks up our path at the top. We need to go round again. It's still not too bad. Rather don't mess this up. Good. And yeah, we're done. At least for the first half. Down here with the second half, hit those, hit the blue switch, then hit the red switch, and then mess up horribly. And now when we save, the blue switch is actually already got, so we don't have to hit that anymore, although it would be child's play and more or less a given to hit it anyway, but oh well. Right, let's not die on that spike, please, and let's think about what jump we need to do there. Oh, really? I was so focused on getting there quickly that I jumped too high into that spike. That was awful. That wasn't very good either, but yeah, I don't think you really want to double jump in there. Single jump is absolutely fine. Not because, yeah, for two reasons. One, I don't want to jump so high that I hit the spike on the ceiling, and two, I don't want to hang around long enough there for the spike to come back and hit me. So yeah, I'd recommend single jumping that moving spike on the bottom there, not double jumping it. But hey ho, it still worked. I think we must be approaching the end. That I want to take the memory. Yeah, and again, no, not play this one. This one is about, well, you've got a timer there. You can see in the middle. You know, we have 50 seconds from the start, and basically what we have to do is we have to rush it. It don't have to be ridiculously tight here, but it's, you know, don't hang around. You haven't got much time, and that was just absolutely awful. And a consequence of me trying to cut corners. But anyway, yeah, you need to hit both of these switches. They'll open up the path you can see above the warp zone, or the warp, sorry. On the left-hand side, so yeah, hit both switches with them and get back to the warp in the time zone. Sorry, in the time limit. Fail to do so, and I believe again if the time runs out, you just die. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world, and very easy to choke either path. I find probably, to be honest, the path I'm on now, the most, obviously it's the longer one, and probably the one I'm most liable to die on. But I find that I actually choke the upper path more so than I do the lower one, so I actually tend to like to do the higher path first, just to get that out of the way. So, but yeah, either order is absolutely fine. I think this might be the final screen. I haven't been counting, unfortunately. Oh, Blair. I knew about that trap, by the way. So yeah, it looks like you obviously want to go up the top here, and indeed you do, because you need to go up the top here to trigger out the blocks, or to actually have the blocks disappear at the bottom. But oh, what? Yeah, once I didn't mean to get squished at the top there. I did know that was a trap. I didn't know that was happening. So yeah. Anyway, now we've got the flipping kind of mechanic, but you keep your directional momentum here. So basically, what would be if I'm like for example now this is terrible to explain now because I'm upside down. But basically, I'm actually holding right now to travel left. So yeah, if I'm holding right, obviously normal way up, I'm going right, and that's also the case when I'm upside down. So if I want to go, if I want to hold right to go left, then. So that was terribly explained, and my apologies for that. Let me think about what I want to do here. So I want to go left, and then I want to hit the flipper, and then I want to continue left. I think. But I need to double jump because of course I'm going to be upside down. So that was awful. That bit at the top there is the most tricky, I'd say, by far, just in terms of trying to get your head around where the safe spot would need to be. There are some slightly tricky manoeuvres here. Again, gate jumps, not so bad generally. There always seem to be a little bit more tricky for me when I'm upside down. I don't know why that would be the case. As though if it's a standard gate jump, it's pretty much identical, but hey ho, it always just seems to be slightly more awkward upside down for some reason. So let me think. I almost want to feel like I want to... Do I just want to stand there for the minute? Yes, I just want to stand there, that's fine. I was, again, just confusing that matter enormously as to whether or not I was going to be on the floor or the ceiling, and I jumped too high for that last bit. For some reason, even though I've now seen the gimmick and I've seen the screen, obviously, and what's going on here for quite a while now, I was just getting confused as to actually where the kid was going to be positioned, whether he was going to be positioned like there in safety. Oh my goodness me, that was close. Oh no, there on safety, or I was going to be on the ceiling, what would be the ceiling now, and crash into the spike. So yeah, just yeah, it's still a bit of a mind messer as to where exactly I'm going to be positioned. Oh god, and well there you are. I just went in the completely wrong direction. That was awful. Yeah, I think this is the last. I think this is the last screen. So we're not too far from the end at all. Or maybe we're a long way from the end if I can't pull off this. I went the wrong way again there. It's just, you'd think I'd kind of get the hang of it and think that ultimately just keep the. Wow, I went the wrong direction there right off the bat. That was awful. But yeah, just keep moving in the direction I'm already travelling. I don't want to second guess anything. I don't want to backtrack. Just whatever direction I'm going in to start with, continue with that direction. Obviously, there's weaving to the point where I need to go left at some times and then right, but not at any point where where the gravity is being, or the screen is being flipped. So yeah, just whatever button I'm holding down, left or right, continue to hold that button down and keep moving in that direction. And even as I'm actually saying the exact that sentence, I'm still messing it up. So yeah, easier said than done, perhaps. Or maybe I'm just being a complete idiot at this point in time. That's also a strong possibility. That's better. Good. Indeed it is. Cool. 40 or just over 40 minutes. I don't want to just leave a boss. So, you know what? It's based on bread, by the way. Oops. I'm pretty sure I saved, but I don't think this boss is that bad. And fun enough, I actually feel like we'll get these some coins, some currency there. I actually feel like the first move on this boss is one of the most tricky ones, funnily enough. So, you know what? Fine, let's do it. Let's try and clear the stage 2 boss as well. So, of course, first up, we'll let the thing spawn in. I don't imagine, like the stage 1 boss, I'm going to do this first go. So after this go, I will skip the introduction. But yeah, we've got a piece of bread or toast. With this sort of colouring, it looks like it could perhaps possibly be toast. But and it's imagining that we're going to eat it. So I assume it's going to fight back. And not just fight back, actually eat us. Do I have to actually... No, it's still doing something. It's still part of the cutscene. I skipped this, obviously, like, 99.9% of the time, so I actually wasn't quite sure when the end of that cutscene, or when I was actually going to get movement back, or anything was going to happen. Anyway, yeah, that first move is kind of annoying. Then there's got a giant knife come in. As long as you know the timing on that, it's not so bad. A couple of twin spikes that sort of keep going along the floor. And this attack, which is sort of good, I think, from Commedia 2, or possibly other games as well. We then get this cherry pattern, which is not too terribly bad to find the gaps in. So, yeah, obviously be mindful of the spikes on the floor. But, oh god, I need to be on the right-hand side, because I want to avoid the toaster. So we start pummeling away at the toaster. I like to be on the right-hand side here, because this attack is a pain in the neck to avoid. Or just from an eyesore point of view, it is incredibly easy to mess up dodging that. So, I do not like that one at all. Visually, it's very difficult to see where the safe spots are at times. We now have this thing. This thing I believe was a boss, or possibly a mid-boss. I can't remember in Game Wizard, so just keep pummeling away at it. Then the floor crumbles away. So now the bread is going to come down from the ceiling. It's going to crash into the walls. And we have to avoid the debris as best we can. And now we get another sort of another kind of attack like this, which isn't so bad, but again they sort of home in on you. It's much easier than the first one. Let's put it that way. Okay, then we get into this phase, which is Robotnik on the left-hand side there, who keeps firing these drill bombs at us. Basically, you need to attack Robotnik, and I find the best strategy for this is to sort of keep weaving left and right, because as you can kind of see, the particles sort of split apart in each which way direction, and if they're sort of a little bit set apart from when they split apart, i.e. not vertically, not going to be vertically in the same place, then it tends to work out quite nicely. We then have, of course, and I want to be the Boshy Solgrim type attack. So yeah, we know this one. We've had lots of these kind of things. We've got these green orbs on the left hand side. Our target on the right hand side, and yeah, just keep shooting away. And now we're into what is the final phase, which is this attack. Apologies for going quite quiet. I'm conscious that this is the last attack. This has the potential to be an annoying boss. And would you bloody believe it? I'm actually going to pause there, so it just says touch me. That's very, very annoying. I actually pretty much did it. That was first go. We are now going to skip the blooming thing and do it all over again. I think I've proved my point, but it's not such a difficult boss, but that was so bloody annoying. Basically, I need to touch that asteroid or whatever it is, and then I need to press a certain button. I think it's the X button. So yeah, we're going to skip the introduction. I think it's the X button, because his health isn't fully down by this point in time. But anyway, yeah, you summon an asteroid. Well, don't want to spoil it too much, which I've already had by this point in time. But yeah, basically, you don't actually finish the boss off by attacking him with your regular shots. You actually, summon an asteroid to get the final hit in. I can't bloody believe that. That's so annoying. I got to the point where the asteroid or the little meteor or whatever it is spawned in, but I got caught on the corner of the platform. Couldn't get up to it to touch it, and yay! Now I've got to do the whole bloody boss all over again. And hopefully it's not going to take an eternity to do, but yeah. As I say, I don't believe. Yeah, again, it's definitely more challenging than stage one boss, but it's got a lot more going to it, and there's a lot more that could probably screw you over, I think, than stage one boss. But of course, this thing, the potions are kind of could be sort of bouncing anywhere. There's that one object that keeps continuously bouncing. It's fairly obvious to see where that's going to go, so just keep your wits about you for that. There's a sort of a trade-off here between doing damage and finding a safe spot. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, the Toast, by the way, at this point in time has a barrier around him, so he is completely unhittable at this point in time. That is not good. Oh, there, that was not good at all. Terrible. And I'm so disappointed I died to that. I actually feel like the Robotnik phase, it's not a gimme by any stretch of imagination, as I finally died on the first phase, which I say, this one, generally, I genuinely believe this is the hardest one to avoid. The bits of toast are, there's no real set pattern to them. Obviously they'll try and attack you, home in on you, but where they initially spawn in and which direction, of course, they'll therefore travel is never quite set. So yeah, sometimes you can just get patterns that seem to be absolutely bloody horrible. And yeah, that one is a very hit and miss attack for me. In some ways, I'm relieved it's the first one, because, as I say, if I die because I feel like I got screwed over, then it's early on in the fight and I can just pick it up again fairly quickly. If that were like, near the end of the fight, that would be an incredibly annoying attack. It's yeah, Robotnik, that's not the thing to die on. So yeah, I like to kind of move back left and right and up and down on that one to sort of get out of the, try and get out of this range as much as possible. There are loads of different ways you could do that, though. That just happens to be my preferred way. Oh, I'm still bloody reeling from that. Oh my goodness me! Still bloody reeling from that final, or that first go, where I should have had it. I haven't actually killed this. Oh, I have now. Okay. So we're gonna have more of that. I feel like Robotnik has maybe a little bit too much health, but as I said, he really isn't that difficult. I just made a colossal mess up that previous go. Okay, I don't want to be. Okay, that's an annoying first one to spawn in. This one again, unfortunately, it's very easy to get screwed over in this one. You see there, it's taken me, oh my god, wow, no freaking way. It took me absolutely ages to get set there because all the bloody things sort of spawned in, or they felt like they spawned in on the right hand side, so that I couldn't really get into that fight and get it set up properly. So I was mucking around there, waiting for all those first ones to disappear, or to move and disappear, so I could get set. So yeah, the Solving one, again, I mean, I feel like I've got so much practice on that with, my experience on Boshi and probably other games as well. I feel like that attack is, well, Camellia 2 is also, I know it's a Solving fight, but yeah, it's not like I haven't played a lot of games that have that kind of an attack or a phase or whatever, so, yeah. But, yeah, there's always the, what? I lost my double jump! I don't know what happened there. I tried to double jump and it didn't do it. That was really, really bizarre, off-putting, and annoying. Whoops. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, anyway, the Sorgan fight, the Sorgan phase, or that type phase, is, yeah, again, a little bit hit and miss. I wouldn't say it's really, really difficult, but again, it has the potential, given the things seem to be, again, completely random as to the points where they spawn in, just clearly has the potential to be very, very nasty. There's something about the look of this attack that's just incredibly hard to find sometimes find the safe spots there. I really do not like that attack at all. And you could get screwed up on that one as well. I don't feel like I specifically got screwed there. I feel like that was just a bad choice on my part. But again, it's bloody easy to do. And again, well, yeah, we could be here on this boss for quite some time. I'm sincerely hope not. And again, pretty much every death at this point in time is made just all the more irritating by the fact that I got that close first go. I mean, that's almost insane. I said it right at the beginning. There's no way I was going to beat this first go, and I guess that's true. But to come that freaking close first go, and again, there's so much to be said, obviously, for getting back into a rhythm on bosses in particular, and getting into patterns and such like that. So it's not like clearly I didn't know which moves were coming and what my strategy was for avoiding them, but. Yeah, that was obviously a first go with no practice whatsoever. That was a phenomenally good first go. And yeah, absolutely galling and gutting to die like that. Right. Okay, I don't know why there wasn't much debris there. That was kind of closer than I really would have liked it to be. Oh my god, I'm dying on everything now. Nothing is that difficult, but they are tricky enough to the point where clearly nothing is a gimme. Oh, I don't believe this. This attack, by the way, is just a sort of a move in a direction, and it looks ridiculous. It looks like in some cases like there's no way of actually clearing it or dodging it. In fact, that attack is sort of one of the phases in the phases in the what is her name? I forget her name. Oh my god, I forget her name, but it's the. Is it even Camellia? No, it's not Camellia. Whatever the hell the name of the bloody thing is, it's the boss 3 in Camellia 2, boss of stage 3. Don't think this is very good. Oh, you can dodge the knife on the left-hand side, fine. Well, I actually kind of skipped over the phase, and I actually said as much in my Camellia 2 Let's Play that I was hoping that I killed the boss, the phase before it actually spawned in, because I had no idea how to clear it, which was absolutely true at the time. But yeah, I sort of since learned from looking at other people do it and such like that of the strategy for dodging it. But yeah, at the time, it was a case of please beat this boss before that attack actually happens, because I don't actually know how to dodge it. Look at that! Seriously, I didn't even have a chance to get set there. I possibly could have moved to the right there to avoid that. In fact, I'm almost certain I could have moved to the right there to avoid that. But that was just. That felt like, again, just an absolutely ridiculously dickish pattern for you to have thrown that first potion in. I was getting set to avoid the continuously bouncing one, and you set the potion at like the worst possible point. Ugh. I cannot believe that first attempt. Proof enough that it's clearly not. Oh my god, and what am I doing on that bit? Proof that it's not a terribly difficult fight, but so much can go wrong. or indeed not can go wrong, but sometimes, well, yeah, well, go wrong, I guess is a given, but I feel like you can get, I don't want to say screwed over, because I don't feel like it's ever really unfair, let's put it that way, but wow. Yeah, I actually don't know at this point in time whether I am going to split this and have this as a boss now, because this is now taking a lot longer than I would have liked and possibly anticipated having got that far first go. I feel like we're possibly only just about 15 minutes or so in, but we are approaching. Well, if this isn't a successful, well, whatever happens now, whether or not this is a successful go or not, we will be over an hour for the video if I don't split it. So, that is an especially galling death. That first go. Bloody hell! I better. No! Why did I do that? Why did I move into that? I was going to say I better have a bloody nice set of nice shrapnel, nice everything else that happens in the rest of the fight. No soul, if I got that far, soldering beams in the right place and whatnot after that, and I couldn't even get there because I just walked stupidly into the bloody thing. And I completely spaced on what was going on there. I was just expecting, for some reason, the twin spikes to rise up. I completely forgot that there was a knife that hadn't appeared yet, materialised or whatever, and just, yeah. I'm all over the place now. I nearly messed that up, by the way, as well. I was just sort of absent-mindedly just kind of moving in one direction there, but I wasn't really paying that much close attention to where I was actually positioned or whatnot. I could have been, like, on the edge of the platform there for all I knew. That was not good at all. I guess possibly there's a strategy here to just sort of stay as far away from the thing as possible and hope you don't get, like, potioned like that or anything. Because obviously, just given the nature of how he's gonna... That was so bad. But again, bouncing and arcing projectiles, I have the biggest problem with. I fully expected, having made that movement, that I was going to sneak past that. But I didn't. I appreciated where the thing was going to bounce, and I didn't make it. I hung my hat on having cleared that, or having that bounce to the left of me, but it didn't. Anyway, yeah, maybe a good strategy is to try and be as far to the left as possible, just so I can, it gives me more time to see the arc of the potion coming. Even if it is going to be sort of heading in my direction right over on the left-hand side, again, it's going to be arcing in such a way that I feel like I should have enough time to see it coming. But there is the bounce of the thing off the wall is what's making me nervous about that. And I feel like I'm not going to be able to judge that especially well. So, yeah, I feel like I should be over the left-hand side there, but right, can we not get shrapnels, please? Thank you. Okay, and I got through that phase quickly that time, so that I didn't actually get the second wave of that attack. Yeah, by moving slightly left and right here, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that hopefully, I'm never going to jump into one that's going to go vertically. So yeah, I like my strategy for that. One's going to come. Yeah, of course, do your best to lead the shots where possible, but don't take liberties, if you need to, like again here, if you need to muck around and reset things just so that you don't get cornered or whatever, then do it. There's no, as far as I'm aware, time limit or anything like this. So just take as long as you need to get these to get a pattern that you want. The orbs, not in your direction or anything like that. So yeah. Yeah, this phase is not the easiest either. Ideally, what I'd love to do is obviously go up and down a lot and get lots of attacks in. But I'm sort of putting a premium on, trying to avoid it, trying to avoid the bread that's coming my way. So yeah, again, patience is probably the order of the day. It is X, right? You didn't get to see it very much, but yeah, press X to summon me. Okay, cool. I probably will keep this as one video then. One long video, over an hour long, but yeah. I don't feel like just having that boss as one video, because I'm not doing any challenges at the moment. It's probably not very good, so yeah. One long video for stage 2. Anyway, yeah, we got this very long cutscene now. As soon as you touch the asteroid, press X to trigger it. Then yeah, we get this cutscene, and yeah, this is how the bread is going to be taken out. Breakfast. Beat the second boss. Stage 2 clear. Well, I'm not going to hang around too much. As I say, this has been going for quite some time. So I'll collect the key. I will collect the goodies. I'll save. I will head to the next back to the challenge point. The challenge hub area, which isn't actually that far at all. In fact, it's just over here. And yeah, I will pretty much leave it there. This is so long video for stage 2. The boss and see the moon screen, the stage with the first set of screens, the things that took the time. Everything else went by pretty well, I have to say. Even those ones weren't so bad, so yeah, I'll take that. But yeah, I'll leave it there. And as I mentioned before, we're going to alternate between the main game and the challenges. So yeah, with stage 2 now fully out of the way, next time I will be taking on the next 3 challenges in the hub world. Got my 3 keys from stage 2, and yay, what wonders await me in the challenge hub. Hope you join me next time to find out. But until then, cheerio.